un sink côté L.A. depuis Nigeria depuis 1960 and up to now it's still afloat. It's stronger than Titanic. Agricultural tools capacity hold la meilleure génération pour l'autre. L.A. Dupini ni vanish et puis toute qualité paint and accessories for plumbing supplies, nuts and bolts and all the little things for farmer, plumber, tiler, painter, electrician and little old ladies with vitamins like Mrs. Hobson, better known as Bold and Beautiful, who tries to fix everything at home. A petit matoy, her rubber boots and oversized gloves on her hands.
This is your nation station, DBS Radio.
Hi, I am Thea Lafo-Gatson, and you're listening to DBS Radio.
Independence Radio DBS, Radio Adepadance. Join us on radio and social media platforms for coverage of activities to celebrate Dominica's 47th anniversary of independence. Cultural festivals, Market Day for Difference, the Village Creole, NDFD Creole in the Street, History Week, Emblems Week, Flag Day, Heritage Day, Madame and Miss Wop Duets competitions, Creole speech competition, Youth Rally, Independence Athletics, Journée Creole, Cultural Gala, Parade of Uniformed Groups, the World Creole Music Festival, National Beautification, the music, the food, the fashion and more. 47 years of progress and purpose. Join National Broadcaster DBS Radio and nous célébrer héritage nous, écoutez nous, et puis Radio DBS.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Dominica celebrates its 47th anniversary of independence with the parade of uniform groups and presentation of National Day awards later today. A 9-year-old of Dubla takes Young Artist Award during Cultural Gala on Sunday. Public sector workers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to receive a 3% cost of living allowance for the next 3 months. And at least 20 people are dead in Afghanistan earthquake. A happy independence to all. The news continues right after this.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petrocaribe, 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 Petrocaribe.
DBS News.
Oh, welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News once again. A happy Independence Day to all. Our news this morning brought to listeners through the kind compliments of Fine Foods Inc., HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, and Petro Caribe. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Dominica observes the 47th anniversary of independence today with a parade of uniform groups and the presentation of National Day Awards. 18 individuals and one group will receive National Day Awards. The late Prime Ministers Rosie Douglas and Pierre Charles will be posthumously awarded the nation's highest honor, the Dominica Award of Honor, in recognition of their sterling contributions to national development. Chief Executive Officer of the International Airport Development Company, Samuel Johnson, religious leader Reverend J. Evans Dodds, and medical doctor Dr. Basil Fadipe will receive Dominica's second highest award, the Cicero Award of Honor. Hannah Clarendon, Agriculture and Trade, Lennox Abraham, Child Welfare and Sports, Titus Francis. He receives the award for Community Development and Local Governance. Dr. Victor Emmanuel, Medicine, Boniface Lloyd, Religion and Agriculture, Shirley Augustine, Nursing and Health Management, Anita Bully for Culture and Creative Industries, Haig Thomas, Environmental Health and Community Development, Prosper Paris for Culture and Community Development, and the third Maho Scout Troop for Youth Development and Volunteerism. They will receive the Meritorious Service Award. Elroy Pioche for Agriculture and Community Service, Ibrahim Brohim for Business, Caesarina Farrell, Nursing, and Irvin Williams, Public Service, will be awarded the Services Medal of Honor. The awards will be presented at Windsor Park from 5 o'clock today. A feature of the ceremony this afternoon is the address to the nation by Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Well, that ceremony for National Day will begin at 5 o'clock. It will be broadcast live by DBS Radio on radio and all its platforms on social media. 5 o'clock this afternoon, DBS Radio will be broadcasting the ceremony live. Other news this morning, the Cultural Division has presented the annual Lifetime Achievement Award to Alexander Chesterfield Seraphine of Good Hope. The award was presented during Cultural Gala at Botanic Gardens on Sunday.
Chesterfield is most popularly known as he began his musical journey in 1978 as a member of the Shanty Stars of Good Hope. His passion for music, dedication to cultural preservation have made him a respected figure in Dominica's cultural landscape. In 1992, he recorded the popular song Nuvini Palebao and co-founded the Songmasters Band, contributing significantly to the growth and vibrancy of local music. Mr. Seraphine's involvement extended beyond performance. He has played an active role in Heritage Day celebrations in Saint-Sauveur in 1993, and during the Christmas season, he engaged young people in the serenal activities of the Christian Children's Fund, helping to keep his cherished tradition alive. In 1994, he participated in the National Calypso competition with the song We Don't Know Who Is Kung Fu Man and Bring Susie in Town. An accomplished guitarist, songwriter, and singer, Mr. Seraphine has dedicated decades to the advancement of Dominica's music and the preservation of cultural heritage. His lifelong commitment to the arts continues to inspire both his peers and younger generations. Today, the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development, together with the Cultural Division, proudly presents the Lifetime Achievement Award to Mr. Alexander Chesterfield Seraphine.
And that's J.L. Joseph, the master of ceremonies at Cultural Gala yesterday. Meantime, 9-year-old Noah Stevenson of Dubla took the Young Artist Award.
Despite his young age, he mastered traditional dances such as the heel and toe, the sotis, the waltz, mazouk, and the group's favorite, the quadrille. Noah's passion extended beyond his age or beyond stage. His mother proudly shared how he practiced his steps and guié at home and even at school. That same dedication led to a standout performance with the flamboyant dancers that earned them a place at the National Cultural Gala, where Noah's energy and charm won the admiration of the Dominican public. Now at just 9 years old, Noah continues to be an active and devoted member of the group, showing up faithfully for practices, performances, and community events. His talent and commitment to Dominica's cultural heritage make him a shining example for young people everywhere. For his exceptional performance during the independence season, the Young Artist Award is presented to Noah Stevenson.
And the E.O. Liebler Trophy went to the Echoes of Tradition Cultural Group of Petit Soufriere. Other news this morning, Dominica is reporting a 48% increase in visitor arrival in the lead up to the 25th edition of the World Creole Music Festival. Minister for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton, says the 25th edition of the World Creole Music Festival was an extraordinary season for Dominica.
Over 10,500 visitors joined us this year, a 48% increase from last year, and more than 42,000 patrons filled the festival grounds over 3 unforgettable nights. It wasn't just a weekend of music, it was a movement that powered our economy. Hotels were full, restaurants were buzzing, taxis, tour operators and vendors were busy island-wide. The festival's success created a ripple effect, spreading opportunities and income across every community, from our small guest houses and bars to our larger enterprises. I'm especially proud of my teams at the Ministry, Discover Dominica Authority, Dominica Festivals Commission, and the Air Access team, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this success possible. Their dedication, creativity, and professionalism continue to raise the standard for tourism in Dominica. This level of success is built on partnership and purpose. So sincere thanks to the government of Dominica, the National Festivals Committee, the World Creole Music Festival Special Committee, the Police Force, DASPA, NEP beautification teams, the Ministry of Sports, our gold sponsors, National Bank of Dominica, Tropical Shipping, other sponsors, our operation teams, the media, event organizers, and most importantly, our local artists. You were outstanding.
And that's the minister responsible for tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. She says patrons from Martinique and Guadeloupe and the Caribbean made the festival a success this year.
And to our faithful fans and friends from Martinique, Guadeloupe, St. Lucia, Antigua, and across the Caribbean and the world, merci beaucoup, merci appeal, thank you. Your loyalty and love keep the Creole spirit alive year after year. As we celebrate this milestone 25th anniversary, we're already preparing for an even bigger and better World Creole Music Festival 2026, because every year we raise the bar for music, culture, and creativity in Dominica. And the vibes don't stop here. Up next is the Real Mass 2026. So get ready to return for the most authentic, colorful, and vibrant carnival in the Caribbean. Book your flights, bring your flags, and join us once again where music, nature, and Creole culture come alive.
Minister responsible for tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. In other news, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has announced that Dominica will assist Jamaica in its recovery efforts after Hurricane Melissa tore through the country last week. 25 people have now been confirmed dead as Hurricane Melissa slammed the country as a Category 5 storm with winds of over 175 miles an hour.
The situation in Jamaica appears to be very serious based on all official reports and unofficial reports. In Dominica, we reflect on our own experiences with Maria 8 years ago. We empathize with the government and people of Jamaica. We know what they're going through because we've been there. And we know the challenges that are before them because we've been there. And so for us, we have a better appreciation in Dominica for the challenges and the situation confronting the government and people of Jamaica. As always, Dominica will provide support from the little that we have to the government and people of Jamaica. And we'll also be soliciting contributions from the private sector and the citizens of Dominica. Because in these times, you need all of the help that you can get. It has certainly impacted in a dramatic way the lives and livelihoods of so many families and citizens and communities in Jamaica. And I think we have a duty and an obligation to reach out to them in all of the ways possible. And so from the government standpoint, we'll certainly be doing that, providing support to the government and people of Jamaica. And of course, we'll articulate those specifics in the days to come. Of course, we've had internal discussions from the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of National Security, identifying from the needs list that the government of Jamaica has articulated when published, and we'll be discussing the logistics of how do we get it to them in Jamaica. But this situation is serious.
And that's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Finally, from the nation this morning, Local Government Commissioner Glenroy Toussaint is hoping that many people will attend the National Day of Community Service November 4. That's tomorrow. He made this statement last week.
Things are moving on smoothly for National Day of Community Service. We have 55 projects approved island-wide to be undertaken for National Day of Community Service 2025. And this year we are doing a combination of projects, which will be beautification, environmental enhancement. We're talking about a small infrastructural projects such as roads and drains and things of that nature. And importantly, we recognize clearly that particularly for the small projects, there's need in some communities to improve some village roads and some drains to mitigate impact of flooding and things of that nature. So those sort of projects will be encouraged this year as well. We have not left out any communities, so the projects will be in all of the communities in Dominica. The most we can do is encourage people. It has become a national event on the calendar of event for the independence celebration. In fact, it culminates independence celebrations. And so in an effort to encourage this national pride, National Day of Community Service really is to engage people to participate in some activity, some physical activity during the day in their communities to enhance the community by and large, but importantly for there to be some sort of community cohesion. People interact, people socialize, the chat, share ideas and things of that nature as well. So it's not only the work, but also there is a need for strengthening communities, and we're hoping that can happen.
Local Government Commissioner Glenroy Toussaint. Public sector workers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines will receive a 3% cost of living allowance for 3 months. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves made the announcement in his Independence Day address last week. He said the cost of living allowance will also be paid to all public servants, nurses, teachers, police officers, prison officers, and non-established employers in the central government as a one-off payment tax-free of 3% of the person's salary or wages for 3 months. The payment will be made by the end of November 2025. The main opposition, New Democratic Party, they said on October 1 they would pay public sector workers a salary bonus within 60 days of coming to office. Elections in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are set for November 27. This year, St. Vincent observed its 46th anniversary of independence last week. At least 20 people are dead after a magnitude 6.3 earthquake hit Afghanistan this morning. The quake struck near Mazar-e-Sharif, one of Afghanistan's largest cities. Officials in Afghanistan expect the death toll to rise. The disaster adds to the list of deadly quakes to hit the country since the Taliban took power in 2021. Just 2 months ago, an earthquake in the east killed more than 2,200 people in Afghanistan. Well, that's how we'll end DBS Major Morning News. The sports report comes up shortly.
White and bright, a cash, pass up the upper fight. Care what salt Kevin for washing machine. This yourself clean and white bleach me. X2 goes a cash, try something. Clean and white bleach all around them. Who's a 7 to love a guy? Nettoyer, who told guy? Who disinfect bombs on you? Who nettoyer coat wet with it? Fairly move voltage. Nettoyer tiles. Marine women that clean and white bleach many hands somewhere. Your vest is as white as snow and your calzone. Blanco keys on piano. Clean and white is the right white.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods, Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. Cricket West Indies CWI has announced their T20 squad for the tour of New Zealand. The squad includes Matthew Ford, who returns after recovering from a shoulder injury sustained in August. Shama Springer has been included to bolster the seam bowling options following injuries to the fast bowling unit. Gudakesh Moti, the spin bowler, has been excluded from the series following a dip in form and will undertake targeted technical training in collaboration with the Royal Sports Group ahead of his participation in the South Africa 20 and in preparation for the 2026 T20 World Cup. The West Indies squad is Shea Hope, the captain, Alec Athanaze, Akeem Ogis, Ruston Chase, Matthew Ford, Jason Holder, Akil Hossein, Amir Jangu, Brandon King, Carrie Pierre, Ruffman Powell, Shafane Rutherford, Jaden Seals, Romario Shepherd, and Shama Springer. The 5-match T20 series will begin on the 5th of November. The West Indies, they are fresh from a 3-0 T20 series win in Bangladesh. Some football news now. The former DFA Premier League side Bath Estate are just one win away from a return to the Premier League as they've advanced to the finals of the DFA League. Bath Estate knocked out the RC Doctors in a hard-fought semi-final match Saturday at the DFA Technical Centre. Neil Lee and Nikwan Binwa scored for Bath Estate as they took the match by 2-0. Bath Estate captain Eustace Marshall says, while the club is happy to be back in the finals, it was not their best showing.
I feel like we came in the game like a receiver because we knew the opponents we going up against. I feel we supposed to load them tonight, but I feel we played the game slow and we didn't capitalize on our chances.
All right, let's talk about the game. We saw, Lee and of course, other players being amongst the goals, but Anthony Frederick and Kerrick Walters really dominated the midfield. A word on them and their performance tonight.
Kerrick and Anthony, former national players that have, the vast experience to come in and dominate any game, and tonight they showed that, they showed their qualities on the pitch, and I still think they could do more because we played a little slow as well, so.
All right, let's look ahead to the finals. Mighty Avengers, that's the guys that you're going to be up against. Based on how you guys performed tonight, what do you think you might need to do for the finals?
We need to do more about what we did in the previous games. I think that is one of our worst games. Not worst, but we didn't play to the best of our abilities. Against Mighty Avengers, that is a game personally I looking forward to, because the coach had a lot to say, in the free draw during the group stage. So that is a game I personally looking forward to.
Jay, after being relegated and now one win away from a return to the Premier League, what does this say about Bath Estate and the work that you guys put in the off-season and in the Division 1?
Like I said last year, and I'll continue to say, it's a young squad. So right now, it's the youngsters have a lot of belief in themselves and back themselves to come and perform on the big stage. They have all the potential in the world to be potential national players, and I just think that they need to just embrace the opportunities given and push forward.
And that's the Bath Estate captain, Eustace Marshall. Meantime, RC Doctors head coach Shaquem Stout was disappointed that his club came up just short in their bid to win the Division 1 league.
Good game. Good luck to Estate. The game was competitive. If my guys had just converted earlier on, we got the chances and we just didn't convert, and as a result, we lost the game.
Yeah, lost the game there. Like you said, the chances really came back to haunt you. But defensively, despite conceding 2 goals, a lot of people have said this has been a very good performance from RC Doctors defensively.
Yeah, I must say, kudos to my guys. Tonight we showed up. We did what we had to do. Like I said, the defense kept composed. Goals will score in football, and you have to expect that. My guys just had to convert at the front, and the game would have been even, and Bath was on the back foot.
Another season, getting to the semi-finals, just not getting over that hurdle, Shannon. How hurtful is this a defeat for you guys?
Well, to be honest, this team have a lot of young players, and in every season like that, a team like that is 2 years in a row in just reforming, regrouping, and reaching semi-finals back-to-back. We have a formula to get to the semi-finals, just have to get the right team, and we'll make it to the finals next year.
RC Doctors head coach Shaquem Stout. Meantime, Bath Estate will meet the Do-It Center Mighty Avengers in the grand finals. That's because the Mighty Avengers put 4 past St. Joseph in the other semi-final encounter. Nyron Boston got 2 goals, and Brendan Weeks and Jerry Laville also scored 1 goal each as Mighty Avengers won the match by 4-1. Ajaya Roye got the lone goal for St. Joseph. Well, Mighty Avengers head coach Karim Regis, he was proud with his team's dominating showing.
But it was a good game by the boys. We really prepared for it. The team was in a good atmosphere all week. We really tried our best. We knew that St. Joseph was going to be a really tough opponent. But one of the keys for us, and it's been the key since we began, is that every year we want to do better. And last year we were in the semi-finals and we made a promise to ourselves that this year for sure we were going to do better. And better is a step in the finals. And hopefully all the hard work and all this good work we've been doing over the past few years actually can culminate in us finally getting out of the first division and winning the championship.
How did the 2 goals that you get early in the game sort of calm the nerves and, sort of influence the rest of the game?
Well, that's one of the things that we always look to do. I always tell my guys at the start of the game, you need to kill the game off early, you need to score your chances. The earlier you can get some goals, it throws off the other team's planning, because when you get those 2 early goals, the other team cannot play the ball as they wish, they cannot do what they want, and that allows us to be able to grow in the game and play our football. I always tell the guys, you need to step on these guys' necks, and then, not a better way to step on these guys' necks than a 4-1 victory.
Defensively, your thoughts on how the guys went about the business?
No, as I told the guys previously, I made a bold statement the last time I was with you, Mr. Richards, and then we go and concede 3 goals against Funkoli. So I let them know that they can't let me look bad like that again, and they need to come out there for stellar performance, and they did that. And my guys at the back there, Joe Mari, Dwighton, Enoch, Jaim, and my goalkeeper come, and they really put in a superhuman set of efforts at the back there, and kudos to them.
1 win away now from the Premier League. First of all, how much would that mean to you guys to get into the Premier League, and what would be the message to the guys as you prepare for that big game?
Well, Gavin, as I said, this isn't a fly-by-night thing. I mean, it took us a lot of years to become an overnight success. A lot of people think that, an overnight success and Avengers has come out from nowhere, but we've been doing a lot of work. I mean, when other teams at rest, we training and we trying, and I really want to do it. I have to big up our sponsors as well, Do It Center. They've been with us from when we were losing every single game, and they never gave up on us, and I promised that to them I would deliver a trophy to them, and I really want to make good on that promise. To our sponsors, Do It Center, I'd have to also thank, I'm not sure his last name, Mr. Abraham Gary. Mr. Gary at Do It Center was one of those who took that chance on us. I don't think he's with the company anymore, but I have to big him up as well. And we just mean everything for us and to put us in that upper echelon of football where I think we deserve to be.
Mighty Avengers head coach Karim Regis, St. Joseph FC head coach Barry Sierra.
Well, the guys played well. You will see, if you have seen the first half of the game, we had only ball possession. We created numerous opportunities. Even in the first 5 minutes of the game, we had 2 clear chances before Mighty Avengers could have before Mighty Avengers could have settled down. We had 2 clear chances. We didn't convert them. And as they say, pretty football don't win matches, but when you get your chances, you have to make it count. And we didn't do that tonight.
How do you guys sort of regroup for next season? Because last season you made it to the finals, even made it to the playoff game, came up short. This season again came up short. So how will you guys go back to the drawing board and sort of fix things?
That's a tough question, eh? It's really, eh? We'll see what's going on. Lack of training as well, eh? We haven't been training as a unit for the past, let's say, month and a half. And leading up to that game there, we didn't have no practice as a unit. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do.
And that's the St. Joseph FC head coach Barry Sierra. Do It Center Mighty Avengers will now meet Bathurst State in the grand finals on Saturday. Finally, this morning, let's go back to some cricket news. India claimed their first ever ICC Women's One-Day World Cup title with a convincing 52-run win over South Africa on Sunday. South Africa, they were bundled out for 246 in 45.3 overs after chasing 299. Shafali Verma hit 87 and Deepti Sharma scored 58 for India. The opening batter for South Africa, Laura Wolvard, made 101, but the other batters failed to capitalize. For India, Deepti Sharma took 5 for 39. India claiming their first ever ICC Women's World Cup title, and they did that on Sunday. That too is a look at the DBS Morning News and Sports again. We wish you a happy Independence Day wherever you are at this moment. On behalf of the News and Sports departments and our link person, Hazari Williams, Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and